I'm going to start recording this in chunks because I've been trying to do it all in one hit and ending up with a big mess. So anyhow, deepfake setups with Deep Live Cam, which is basically just a bit of face swap software. It takes a little bit of setup from a technical perspective, but it's actually not that hard. It just looks hard. So the instructions on this are all listed here, and I'm going to go through them a piece at a time just to make sure you know what you're doing. I'm going to go as far as the basic setup, which is the first 3 steps. Now the first critical thing that we need is we're doing this with a piece of software called Chocolatey. Chocolatey is designed for package management, software updates and all that sort of stuff. It's got some instructions up the top here, but the critical piece here is this instruction. Clicking the little copy icon, we get something we can actually now use, because what this step basically says is it allows the system to download a certain piece of software, in this case the community version of Chocolatey, and install it. This virtual machine already has it set up, but just for the sake, I'm going to click on the icon down here and bring up a piece of software called PowerShell. PowerShell allows you to do commands in the background, all that sort of shit. We need to run it as the administrator, so clicking on that opens up as admin. Yes, we'll accept the fact that it's admin, and once that's done, give it a sec because this virtual machine is a bit slow because I haven't given it enough resources, but it should be enough to demonstrate. Alright, now just to paste that in there, so I can click here, I can go Control V to paste in this thing. You can see it's a fairly long command, but basically it just downloads the software. Hitting enter, it gives me a warning because I've already installed it. To check this, I can do choco, mine is V for version, or if I just type in choco, I might actually do something, who knows. Yes, version 2.4.3. So I've installed it. Great. That's all I need from this for the moment. The next chunk is actually get some software installed, basically taking this line, which I'm going to copy and then paste in here. And that will install Python blah blah blah. As you can see from this, it's already installed. For you, you'll need to press Y to go yes, I'd like to install it, or A to accept installing all the parts. So you'll see it up, just read it when it gets to the bit where it stops. Same with the Git, which again, so Python is a programming language designed to install the programming language so it can run the program. Git is software repository stuff that manages software. You can download the stuff that we need. And thirdly, we need ffmpeg, which is video encoding. Oops, Control V, yes, Control paste, not Control copy. And that's all done, except yes to accept all the packages when you install them. Now the Visual Studio tools, I've actually opened up in a tab here, and I'll include links down in the description when I put this crap together. And it's just download the build tools. That's a fairly simple thing to do. I think you know how to download stuff, or at least I would hope so. As you can see, I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to cancel my download just to make this quicker. Back to the instructions. Then we need to clone this. Now, we only need this command here. So git clone, basically we're going to use git to download a clone of something. That clone is this repository here. So if I paste that in there, it should download that repository. This will download into System32, which is the location I did not want it. Crap. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll fix that in a second. The other way to do it is actually to open up a fresh tab, paste in that same instruction. Oh no, just the web address. The HTTP hacker slide deepcam live, and you're given this. We can go code, and we can go download as a zip. What this does is it downloads the entire main branch of the software, because this is what Git does. It allows you to maintain software and work out branches and complex programming stuff. I'm not going to go into the details. Get lost in the weeds and all this sort of stuff. So while that's downloading, while this is downloading, I've already downloaded it, and as you can see, I have a folder on the desktop. Woohoo! But that covers the setup. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention it. Once you've downloaded the builder tools, please install them. Again, same process. Now, once that clone's done, you'll need to then, so this main one, if I just double click on it, this will have the main branch of the piece of software, and it's all there, which will look identical to this one that I previously downloaded. The only difference is one is called main dash main and the other one doesn't have a dash on the end. So you can see that there is no difference. So going into this folder here, what I will do is I need to download the two models. I have a set of instructions over here. I have already downloaded those two models and placed them in that directory. Hopefully these instructions will do you good. We'll hit the next bit when I get a chance to record the chunk that covers the setup. But basically from this tutorial, I've got down to here. The step 4 after the double step 3. Next we'll be looking at the install requirements and all this other stuff, but step 5 takes a chunk of time. So if you can get down to step 4 on this set of instructions, brilliant. All right, I'll leave it there. Good luck with it.